At George Washington University, Jewish American students are coming together to grieve, but some are worried for their own safety.
My mom she told me last week not to leave the house with my Star of David. So I have one that it's a star closed now, but it opens up. So if I go in a public place, and I don't feel safe or I don't know where I am, I always have the ability to, take the precaution for myself.
The university has suspended a student accused of taking down posters of Israeli hostages, and it's reviewing the projection of pro-Palestinian messages onto a school library. It's also banned a person from campus for verbally abusing a Muslim student. The divisions here are reflected at colleges all over the United States. 19-year-old Dua says she's been harassed at her Maryland university for being Muslim, and she's been inundated with calls from other students who need help.
Students that wore the hijab were afraid to go to class because they had been followed to class and called terrorists, had been spit on, had their hijabs pulled off.
Tensions are heightened on college campuses, but right across the United States, there's been a spike in reported anti-Semitism and Islamophobia in the week since the conflict began.
In some of the most extreme cases, 6-year-old Wadia Al-Fayumi was murdered in Illinois in what police allege was a hate crime. And in New York State, a 21-year-old student was charged with threatening to kill his Jewish classmates.
Nowhere, and quite frankly, should be a place for hate. But ultimately what we're seeing in the trend is that it's unparalleled what Jewish students are facing on this campus and across the country.
My dad, we used to work in an office around the time of 9/11, and he had somebody throw a brick through the window of his office, and he was telling me that he feels that this period of Islamophobia is as bad as or worse than what they faced post 9/11.
Fears being confronted by a new generation. Jade McMillan, ABC News, Washington.